Hi, everyone. So, if you're a runner, you know that part of the deal is eventually there's going to be some kind of an injury to the foot, the ankle, knee, hip, whatever it might be. And it can be frustrating how long it takes for these injuries to heal. I have been looking into some of these suspension devices for treadmills to allow me to return back to running a little bit more easily, a little bit more quickly, perhaps, by taking some forces off, but they're super expensive. So I decided just to make my own. And you can see behind me, I've suspended these basically elastic rubber tubing by these eye hooks into my ceiling, which is right above my treadmill. And I'm wearing a rock climbing harness. And I'm going to show you how this works. It seems to work pretty well. And I have weighed myself before and then in suspension, and it takes off about 20 pounds. The total cost for me was zero for doing this because I used to be a rock climber, so I've got the harness. It was just sitting there, wasn't using it. I'm a physiotherapist, so all these bands I have, and the eye hooks I also had. So really it cost me nothing. And for you, it might cost you, if you want to hook this up at home, a couple bucks for the eye hooks. The bungee cord, the resistant bands are cheap. You just have to get some kind of a harness system. You probably don't need a rock climbing harness, but this is what I have. And it worked, again, works quite well. So I'll show you how it works. I'm going to hook myself in and get the treadmill going and show you what it looks like. So here are 5 bands that I've got here on the front, 5 on the back. And I've got a loop on the front of my rock climbing harness, a loop on the back. I'm just going to pull down. It takes a bit of force, and I've got a carabiner here to click it in. That's the front. Back's a little harder. You got to pull behind you, which takes a bit of strength. If you have shoulder problems, that would be a challenge for sure. There's the back. And yes, it does pull up on you quite a bit, but anyway, it's worth it to get 20 pounds of weight off your hips and knees. So I'll just start the treadmill now. And there you have it. So I think it works quite well. It's really comfortable. I have these sets of bands set on an angle so that the bands aren't in my face. Basically, I'm on 12 inches, 16 inches on my joists up above me. So I basically have sort of skipped a joist and have them set up on either end, obviously angling up away from me on the back and away from me on the front. To get out, basically the same way, of course, just in reverse. And that's it. And of course, when I don't need them, I can just tuck them away. And if I want to change the resistance, it's pretty easy. I would just change some of these bands out. I might look to get just stronger bands, so I don't need 5. Maybe I could get away with 2 or 3, but I don't think at the end of the day it makes that much difference. But I'm super satisfied with this. It does, again, make a huge difference. I can't say it's the most comfortable thing to have this harness riding up on you, but to get the weight down, how to create your own cheap suspension treadmill, I think it's totally worth it and seems to be a pretty easy fix.